Okay, so now that you have seen how we can adjust the weight values on individual vertices to get the deforms that we're looking for, what I'm going to show you now is going to get fairly advanced. Now, my advice to you here is to just watch me fix the deforms on the wrist so you can get a better understanding of how this process works. Then use your own artistic license to fix the deforms on the wrist. Okay? The reason for this is because of how the automatic weight system works in Blender. It actually doesn't know the future of your rigging system. Now, when we talk about the wrist, this is actually a very complex movement of the hand area, right? So what I'm going to show you here is that I'm going to be looking at individual vertices and basically adjusting their weight values until I start to get the deforms that I am looking for. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start this process. So the first thing that I'm going to do is click on this hand bone. I'm just going to do Alt R to reset the rotation. And here I'm just going to press the R key to rotate the wrist like this. Now the first thing that I like to do is actually take an inventory of what exactly is going on in this area with the vertices. So to do this, I'm just going to click on this figure and press the tab key to go into edit mode. Now here, what I'm going to do is actually go back to the armature, and here I'm just going to do a stick because I don't want that to come in the way. And now click over here and now press the tab key. So here I'm just going to look at it from different angles. So here I can see that, okay, well, I need to have better deforms when the hand starts to rotate over here, right? You can see that over here, what I can do is click on this vertex and here just look at, okay, well, which is the highest value? So let me try adjusting this, bring this up a little bit. I can of course look at some of these lower values and bring this up, right? And start to see, okay, now I'm going to click over here. Take a look at, okay, which is the highest value? Let me try to bring this down a little bit. Get a better deform over here. And I think I'm going to click over here and look at the highest value and start to bring this down. Maybe adjust this a little bit over here. Basically, I'm just playing around with some of the vertices, right? So this is just giving me a general idea of what I'm looking for first, okay? So this looks satisfactory, okay, over here. Now what I'm going to do is to go ahead and press the tab key, press the 1 key, go ahead and click on this and do Alt R to reset the rotation. Now here what I'm going to do is press the R key 2 times and just rotate this kind of like this to get an idea of, okay, this is working fairly good. Now here I can go back to octahedral, press the R key, press the Y key, and simply rotate this back like this. Okay, now here what I want to do is actually press the 7 key in this area. And here what I'm going to do is press the R key 2 times and just see that, okay, what I want to do is probably just look at it from this angle and press the R key and move it this way. Okay, so this will start to expose more issues with the deform slowly. Okay, go ahead and click over here, press the tab key, and just see what's going on. So here I'm seeing that this is kind of going in, so maybe I'll click over here and take a look at what can be done over here. Maybe bring this out a bit more, right? Make it a better deform. This works fine over here. Press the tab key, do Alt R to reset the rotation, and I'm always going to just do this to check. Okay, now I'm going to press the R key 2 times to just see, okay, that over here, if I rotate it this way and press the R key to, let's say, kind of bring it like this, I'm seeing some odd behavior over here. Okay, so you have to kind of like mess around a little bit. So over here, looks like this needs a bit of adjusting. So let me take a look at this and just bring this out a bit more. maybe click over here. Here I'm just going to have to adjust this a bit more over here. Maybe click over here. Click on this one. I'm just going to pull this out a bit more. I just wanted to have nice deforms. That's all that's going on. Okay, now click over here, do Alt R to reset the rotation. I'm going to go ahead and just do the same thing. Maybe rotate it like this. This looks fine to me. I believe over here I'm seeing that here on this I might want to maybe bring this down a bit more. Maybe bring this up a bit more. Or to reset the rotation. Here I can even do it from the view and just rotate it like this. Okay, so here the deforms are starting to make sense. Here maybe I'll press the R key again and just now here I'm starting to see some additional issues over here. You can see that how this is bending. So here I'm just going to take a look at this, and here maybe what I need to do is adjust this a bit more over here. Bring this out a bit more over here maybe. So here I'm just going to lower this. Here I'm just basically looking at these numbers and trying to balance them out. That's all that's going on over here. Okay, I'm going to press the tab key, click over here, do Alt R. Here I'm just going to press the Y key again and bring it over here. Press the R key 2 times, just rotate it this way again. Over here, take a look at this area. I think what I'm going to do is, now here I can see that there's only really just one vertex group. So I'm going to take a look at, okay, this is where this is. So I know that what I need is really the dev handbound. So here I'm just going to click this and just do assign. Gives me the ability to adjust the value over here a little bit. Okay, just play around with some of these numbers over here. I click over here, I see the same thing happening over here, so I might just do assign. So you see it pops out. Just gives you the ability to just bring this out a bit more. I think I might have an issue over here. To bring this out to give me a better deform over here. In this case. Now you'll notice that sometimes I click on normalize and sometimes I don't, because it doesn't really matter, because Blender is going to always normalize these values anyway for you. Okay, so always keep that in the back of your mind. So here I'm getting better deforms over here. Okay, so now I'm going to just do Alt R and just test it out again, right? Just press the R key to see that how this is working. Let's say this. Look at what's going on over here. So I'm seeing that I'm getting a depression over here. So let's click over here and see what we can do about this. Maybe bring it out a bit more. Maybe over here I'm going to bring this out a bit more. Okay, so sometimes you'll find yourself clicking on the same vertices again and just playing around with some of these numbers. So over here, maybe I'll bring this out a bit more again. Okay, so it'll start to give me the deforms I'm looking for, and just keep testing it, right, until you get the results. Now, what you're looking for are basically satisfactory results over here, because this is really just the first stage of this process, because you're going to find yourself coming back to these weight values and keep adjusting. So here I'll just do this again and just make sure that, okay, this is Fine. Over here, press the R key 2 times, make it go this way. So this works pretty good. Now I'm just going to press the R key, press the Y key again, and just twist it again. And here I'm just going to do the same thing, do it kind of this way over here, and just make sure that over here, okay, so this case, I might want to click over here and take a look at some of these values over here. Maybe bring this out a bit in over here. Maybe click on this and just bring this out a bit more. Maybe click over here. Take a look at this number over here. Okay, so here I have the thumb and the forearm. Okay, so this means that maybe I should add the hand on this and give fight between 3 different vertices. Okay, I'm going to do Alt R to reset the rotation. Now here I'm just going to do R to see that okay, this whole thing is working how I want it to. Just going to press the 7 key, press the R key, press the Y key 2 times, and I'm just going to adjust it kind of like this. I'm going to take a look at some of these guys over here, maybe adjust a few things. Maybe bring this down a bit more over here. I'm going to move this up a bit. Okay. So this one, what I want to do is move this over here. Smooth this out a bit over here. I'm going to click on this, do Alt R, press the R key, press the Y key, just to make sure that it's making sense over here. Okay. So here you can see that all I'm doing is just repeating the same movements and just looking for things that pop out. Over here, I might actually put this down a bit more over here. Okay, so let me take a look at now. Just do Alt R and just make sure that this is working. And here, let's say if I'm posing this, I'm just going to imagine that okay, maybe I'm posing this and turning it this way. Let's say that okay, this is obviously a little too much. Here it would be kind of like this over here, and you'll start to see things okay, that's fine actually. Might even do this if I want over here. Okay, so I'm gonna do A to select everything, do Alt R to reset. And here you can see that now I've gotten better deformations on this very sophisticated movement of the wrist, right? And the reason we have to do this, of course, is because we have two bones that are moving at the same time. This forearm bone over here, which is really just copying the rotation of this, okay? I'm just going to pop this out a bit more. Okay. So anyways, here you can see that this is how you basically do it, right? Now here I can come back maybe 2-3 days later and just look at this again and just keep fine-tuning the vertices until I'm satisfied with how the deform needs to happen, okay? And that's basically the process over here when it comes to a complex joint system like this. But the point I want to get across to you from this lesson is that it just takes time to create good artwork, right? It's not going to be done in one day. You have to analyze it, think about it, and then come back and look at it with a fresh brain, right? So you can do this all day here. So anyways, here what I've done is basically got the deforms to a satisfactory level, and of course I'll just keep coming back and adjusting these until I get it to exactly the way I want. But here this is actually giving us the results that we're looking for, right? So now it's making a lot more sense as to how this is going to work. Anyways, that's how this works. So now you can just take your time to go through each and every vertex and just make sure that they are deforming correctly. Now, it's really important to not overdo this, right? Take your time to do this and save your file in increments. Once you're satisfied with one stage, then if you want to move to a second stage, then start with the file again, right? Save it in increments. So anyways, so here I'm just going to go under File, do Save As, and here I'll just save this as a rigging lesson 04 k.blend. Okay. So I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.